Nicky Hawkins outside the Bowling West Ham Fan TV. What do you think of that performance?
That was absolutely brilliant. I can't, there was little more to ask for the team in that game. It was just so brilliant. And I think, you know what we won today, right? You saw against Leicester and Bournemouth, I'm sure you're there, you saw the match. We were really lethargic, yeah, we didn't really play that well. And it's because we tried to play like as a home team would do, try to dominate the game like we did, and it didn't work for us. And you know what we did? Played like we were away from home. It looked like we were playing at Anfield today, you know?
Picking it up in spells, that's what you're saying, isn't it? Let them have the ball in non-dangerous areas.
Exactly, so that's what happened. So because we're playing on a counter like we did in the away matches, where we played absolutely brilliant, we were just smashing teams, keeping clean sheets, exactly what we did today. Played brilliant, I thought.
Dimitri Payet is different quality, isn't he? Different class.
He's above class from any of the players that we have at the club. I haven't, in my whole lifetime, I've never seen a player with that kind of quality at West Ham. He's a special player. I think he's going to go on to do great things. Like, even if that means you might have to unfortunately move away the club at a later stage, go to a bigger team, then that might happen. But I'm sure he's going to be brilliant for the time that he'll be at West Ham.
There was times in spells when we give the ball away on the edge of the area a lot, especially in the first half. Do you think they need to nullify that? Because against the big teams you might get punished.
No, I agree. I think because against Newcastle today, I think they weren't the best. I think, like, attacking wise, I think we got an easy opponent compared to a lot of other teams that we would have played, like we could have played, especially the big teams like you were saying. So I think at the back, I think the problem is, I think sometimes we lose our shape. I think they get dragged out a bit, trying to help out the midfield, trying to help in the attack. So we've got to stay a little bit more compact, stay a bit more calm in defence and assured. And otherwise, that'll be good, yeah.
What about Moses today? He's one of the new signings that have come in. He done well, I thought.
You know, I think he had a great debut today. Not perfect, but I thought he really had a good debut. Second goal, I think it was mostly him, the goal. He ran pretty much nearly from the halfway line, ran all the way, dribbling. Feinted the player, did it twice, had a shot and hit the crossbar, went to Pai, did a great volley. But one thing I do say, I think he's a great player, but I know why he was loaned out to us from Chelsea. His dribbling is great, his pace is great, but the problem is I think his finishing needs to improve on. And I think that's something that he's shown in this game, that there were some chances where he maybe should have done a bit better. I think if you were there before the match, if you looked at some of the training, he was missing a lot of chances. The keeper were getting good saves. So that's if he gets great on his finishing, he'll be a great winger.
Finally, Andy Carroll come back. Massive boost for West Ham. Going into the away game against City. We want to see a bit more of him this season.
I'm ecstatic, really, to see him come back into the team like he did. I know he didn't do much. He came on, did what he could for. It was only the last 5 minutes of the game, but he came on. He always has that presence. You can never get rid of that presence like Andy Carroll has. Like Bilic said, always has that presence on the pitch. It was good to see him play. Luckily he didn't get injured, and yeah, he was brilliant.
Next week, City. What do you predict next week? We're playing well, away.
No, we're playing really well, but
they're in good form.
It's City. We played Liverpool and Arsenal when they weren't playing well. I think it's one of those games where we have to play really well, and you have to hope City that they don't have to be bad, but they just have to be a bit off 100%, so sort of 80%, 70% than what their capability is. And I think we can beat them.
Brilliant. I'll see you in the next home game. Come on, you Irons.